isa sa pinakamalaking problema natin ngayon ay ang tambak na basura at ang patuloy na pagtaas ng presyo ng kuryente. Pero alam nyo ba na pwede palang gawing energy o kuryente ang mga solid waste na basurang itinapon natin?
Wow! At upang bigyan nga tayo ng malawak ng kaalaman patungkol dyan, makasama po natin ngayon, all the way from the Netherlands, Engineer Gerrit Jan Groeneveld. Good morning. Welcome here at Rise and Shine, Pilipinas.
Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for being with us this morning. Yes.
Thank you.
So welcome all the way from the Netherlands. All right, Engineer, can you explain to our viewers the basic science behind converting solid waste into energy and how does the process work?
Okay. The basic is that the waste is also carbon hydrated materials like plastics or carbons, and all the carbons can be converted to a gas or a liquid or even a solid, like in charcoal, and used for generating energy by mixing it with oxygen.
Okay.
It's not a type of burning. You first prepare and you take out as much as possible oxygen to left over with the carbon only. And that is a very good fuel for making power.
Okay.
So carbon from solid waste, and then we will put additional element, which is oxygen, and it's going to be energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That gives it.
Well, we understand that it's a bit technical, especially in the communities here in the Philippines. Although what we do here is that we practice solid waste management.
Yes.
Like the materials that's going to be biodegradable, and those who can be used again or be recycled. But here, what could be the challenges that you guys have encountered into coming up with this technology converting solid waste into energy?
The original idea was mostly also in Japan and in the Netherlands, in Europe, is the ban on landfills. No more landfills, especially not because plastic is not going to decompose out of itself. It only becomes smaller and smaller, and you get the microplastics. So we should get rid of that. Therefore, technology has been developed, like in the it's called Milena. That makes from solid waste of solid materials, it transfers it to gaseous material, and the gaseous material can be burned in engines for generating heat or energy, electricity, and so on.
And you mentioned about microplastic, which is one of the issues now, because according to the study that people now ingest microplastics unconsciously, right? Because you mentioned, but here, when we say converting the waste into energy, which is also very timely nowadays because the kuryente or electricity is getting higher, especially this month. There's an increased electricity. So what are the benefits of this converting the waste to energy? Aside from, decrease electricity bills, what are others, or probably nature, what are other benefits?
Mostly the benefit is that you get rid of your landfill and you don't store the plastics forever anymore. You just reprocess them. You can, if you have your recycling, that is also very difficult, plastic recycling. For example, the windmills are, the wind turbines who make now power from energy are also plastics. They can be recycled. Or they can be used for power. You can do it the same, but you don't have to store it forever anymore at a place. So it cleans up the areas. We still have a little problem. We have about 8 million tons floating somewhere in the ocean, in a patch of plastic.
Ocean to different places.
We can take it out.
Okay, personally, this is a bit big for me. Like someone living in the community. So how will I be able to integrate this kind of technology on my end as a member of the community, making sure that this will be implemented, this will be executed, and so I could help, or I could lessen my electricity, or at least the community could go into this kind of benefits that you guys that you've mentioned, which we all be benefiting.
consider the waste as your next fuel.
Okay.
And like making charcoal, it's very is a habit here in the Philippines. People like to roast on charcoal. You can use the waste as a fuel for your charcoal. You have the installations they use for it. Clean most of the dangerous gases, and that will be solidified in ashes. And those ashes are what they call vitrified. They are chemical non-working anymore. Those you can store for forever as a type of rock.
Okay.
And carbonization is a well-known process, so you can introduce it as a kind of carbonization with an extra step that is cleaning up the gases and the solid waste, and heat by vitrifying the solid waste, and that you can use as an aggregate in maybe in building industry.
I hope this could be pitched with the Department of Energy.
Yes,
Yeah,
with the
and
government.
yeah, what could be done in order for us to, save and conserve our electricity and also the Mother Nature.
Yeah, agree. So this is a very important discussion that there's a possible solution for our increasing electricity bill.
Aside from solar
and then the
panels, of course, already have that.
change.
Oo,
All
meron na nun.
right. So once again, thank you very much for joining us today and for sharing your valuable insights, Engineer Harriet John Kreneveld.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the